So today I wanted to rank the Game of the Year medleys. And I'm surprised that no one's done this before, but you know what? If I'm going to be the first, someone's got to do it. So, welcome to my Game of the Year medley tier list. So, every year at the Game Awards, they make a medley, they perform a medley of the music of the Game of the Year nominations. It's really cool, and I just felt like ranking all of them. And for our bonus, we have the Video Game Awards Orchestra from 2012. Technically not Game Awards. It's a completely different event, but they had an orchestra medley, and I'm gonna include that in the ranking. So, a couple of things that I wanted to make clear. This is purely based on the music. So, rule number one, we're not ranking based on the nominations. We're ranking based on the music itself. We're ranking based on how well composed the medley actually is. Like how well the flow between songs are. Like, does it have good transitions between songs? Is there like a good composition to make all the songs fit seamlessly with one another? And that's the basic idea. So, just to start off, I'm going to delete that D tier. I don't think any of the orchestra medleys are like straight up bad. C tier is going to be like it's alright, but it definitely could have been better. B tier it's okay. Not great, but not terrible. A tier is when of course when things are gonna get like really good. S tier is like the all-time, like, this is how you do a medley, this is how you do a really good composition of multiple songs. I am not a professional in music whatsoever, as you can tell. This is gonna be completely opinionated tier list, as all tier lists are. So I guess first up is the 2017 medley, and I'll be honest, C tier. Now, I know that a lot of people might find this a bit shocking, but like, remember, we're ranking based on the music itself. We're not ranking based on the games. Some people are going to be like, oh, but Super Mario, the Jump Up Superstar, the Rivers in the Desert section, wasn't that cool? Yes, the songs themselves are good. The medley itself, not that great. And I'll give them this. This was technically the first time they were doing in a medley at the Game Awards, so of course it's gonna be not the best. But like, there's a specific portion in the medley that it just kind of mind boggles me because of how like awkward it is. Well, there's multiple parts in the medley that's like super awkward. Like, the Horizon Zero Dawn section goes on for a whole minute before a lot of the other songs. The Jump Up Superstar, it's nice, but it definitely overstayed its part. And like Horizon, it lasts for a whole minute compared to the other parts of the medley. I think the most awkward part of the medley was Persona 5 to PUBG transition. It's so like weird. It just transitions into the PUBG song just because it's the same note, and it's a way to go from one song to another in a medley, but like, do it well. But of course, we're talking about the first time they did the orchestra medley, so of course it's not going to be the best thing ever. But yeah, that's basically the 2017 medley. Next up is the 2018 medley. This is the first time they had like the Game Awards' theme song, the little jingle that they now play at the end and beginning of the medleys. And it was definitely an improvement, because introducing the jingle, you're now making this unique to the Game Awards. And it's definitely a step up, but they were still doing that thing where they were just playing the songs. They weren't like unifying them completely yet. And nothing was bad, it definitely sounds better. But it's missing like I don't know how to describe it. Like it didn't have flow that makes a really good medley. So I'm not gonna put it in C tier. I think it's not on the same awkwardness as the 2017 medley, but it's definitely not like a complete improvement. So I think like low B tier sort of makes sense for it. For 2019 is like the start of when they actually were getting the groove, I feel. Like they were starting 2019, that was when they were like really, really improving. I really like this medley. I really like the 2019 medley. Personally, I would put it in like S tier, because it's the start of like really good, it's got really nice transitions in between songs, especially the Smash Bros. Ultimate to Control segment. That transition is like stellar. Super well done. You're taking that high note of the final part of the chorus of the theme song, right? And then you dip down into the minor chord that is the Control song. I think like glorious. Also, it's just really fun. We had like Finnish opera. We had the Resident Evil 2's segments, hard rock, to finish off the medley. Like it's a really fun medley that not only like highlights the games, but it also is able to bring like so many different kinds of music and in a well put together way. And it's the same thing for the 2020 medley. The 2020 medley is, I think, my favorite thing ever, because it's really good transitions. Really, really good transitions. From beginning to end, all the way. The 2020 medley feels like it's also telling a story, because 2020 we all know to be like probably one of the worst years, because like the COVID pandemic, so many people dying, and the medley kind of reflects that, because not only is it, and remember, we're not ranking based on games, but we're not ranking because of games, but it's really interesting because the medley starts with Final Fantasy VII's Let the Battle Begin, and that feels very deliberate, right? 2020, it's like we're starting a battle to like survive in 2020. 2020 was the year of survival, wasn't the year of living. And then all throughout the medley, you get all these like hardcore theme songs. You get the very mellow Last of Us 2 theme song in there as well, and then the Hades song picks it back up again, and then it ends with Animal Crossing and it being like such a bright and hopeful ending, just like how by the end of 2020 we were, I would hope that a lot of us were hopeful that maybe things can get better after such a year of heartache for a lot of people. So yeah, the 2020 medley is really good. It's really, really good. 2021, I don't know, like when I listen to it, it is good, but I can't really like call it like super good because coincidentally a lot of sci-fi games were nominated that year. So the song choices for the medley are pretty similar to one another, and like it's all right. Like it kind of just it flows well. It can't deny that, but it's they don't really have like anything sort of stand out in that medley. Hi, I'd like to pause and correct past me. I think the 2021 medley, the most standout part of it, I gave it a listen after recording the initial tier list ranking video, and the best, most standout part of that was definitely the Metroid to Deathloop section. However, I still stand by my statement that just like one or two sections being super stellar isn't really going to like save the entire medley. Because like otherwise, I don't know, like aside from Metroid and Deathloop, it's probably just the song choices, but otherwise it's just alright. 2022 is rough. The song choices are all great, but what annoys me about 2022 is the freaking drum beat. It's the same exact beat all throughout the medley, and you would ask, how's that a bad thing? Because like if you're trying to like unify the songs, shouldn't they all be on the same beat? I don't know, like yeah, they should be on the same beat, but like they shouldn't play the exact same beat all throughout the medley. Maybe at first it wouldn't bother you, but like the more you listen to it, the more like loud and kind of obnoxious it is. But it's tough because 2022 also has the Xenoblade 3 to Stray segment, and we all know that Flute Guy carried this medley, but was it enough to like make it A tier good? In my opinion, not really, because I can't get over that freaking drum beat. Like, Shuri was helping me out with this to like line up my thoughts because I'm not organized at all. And
basically, I possess much knowledge of music. I just pointed out how the drums stay the same, and it annoys me.
Now it kind of ruined the medley for me because now I can't not like only focus on the drums for this medley, and it bothers me. Like if they just changed the beat depending on the song, it would have saved it. It would have made it like good. But now it's just alright good. And I'm sorry because Flute Guy, yeah, he did basically save the medley from making it C tier. 2023 is interesting because it does use the same drum beat at first, but then it does this really cool thing where you can actually like hear it. It kind of does what the 2020 and 2019 medleys did, where at some points you can actually hear the songs starting to overlap with one another. It's not a consistent beat. You can actually hear parts of the songs like backing up one another throughout the medley. Even though 2023 started off using the same beat as 2022, it wasn't as obnoxious. It was much better arranged than 2022's. And 2023's medley, I think the song choices that they did for 2023 also make it just really catchy. Like starting off with Alan Wake 2's song, I haven't played the game, I have no idea where the song is. I just can't believe that a game like that has such a catchy melody. And starting it off with that, and then you go into the Baldur's Gate theme song, and then into Mario Wonder. It's like it just flows really well. And the Resident Evil 4 to Tears of the Kingdom transition, that is really good. And like, let's talk about the Tears of the Kingdom section a little bit. If you listen, you can actually, this is what I'm talking about with like the initial drum beat going away. Because in the Tears of the Kingdom section, you can actually hear the Spider-Man beat supporting the Tears of the Kingdom section. And then that makes the transition into the Spider-Man section way more flowy. It makes it flow just really well. Like, this isn't like the 2017 medley where they're just playing one song to another and transitioning really awkwardly. This isn't the 2022 medley where they just use the same beat in order to make all the songs sound kind of samey. Like, the 2023 medley kind of fixed that, making sure that each of the segments sound unique, but also like making it sound like the songs like support one another. So it's doing kind of the same thing as what the 2020 medley did. I'm just putting it in A tier just because I'm still kind of annoyed with the drum beat, and you know, there's just preferences and all that. I just think the 2020 and 2019 medleys did the transitions and the flow the best. 2024's medley, the most recent one, I think so far, like, this is arguably one of the best ones, because it does away with the samey drum beat. It goes back to making sure that the medley, like each of the songs, sound unique to the game. Like, it does away with the obnoxious drum beat. It brings a flair to each of the songs in order to make them stand out without completely overwhelming one another. The Balatro and Astrobot section alone make this medley like really good. And once again, they did the same thing where like instruments and rhythms from other songs support one another. Because you can still hear the guitar being played in the Astrobot section, and which is just a really fun sounding instrument. And then Black Myth Wukong section as well. Like that's what I mean. Like they do away with like the unifying drum beat and let the Black Myth Wukong section just play their thing. But still, I think what the 2024 medley does really well is that it lets the songs be their own thing. But unlike the 2017 section where they just play the song, they actually like arrange the songs so that way it fits the orchestral performance. Like, can you imagine if instead of remixing Balatro, they just played the Balatro theme like in the 2017 medley? That would be super awkward. So the way that they arranged the songs in order to fit the medley better was really good. And like, I'm really like wondering with myself, like, should I put this in S tier or A tier? I'm not sure. I'll put it in like a little bit above 2023's. It's really like, it's 2024. Really good. And as a bonus, the VGA. If I remember correctly, this was done by a different orchestra than the ones that they have at the Game Awards. Thinking about it, does a lot of the same things that all of these ones do. Like, really good flow, rearrangements to make it fit the song. And it's just really good. It's good. It's fun. It's a fun listen. Yeah, the VGA orchestra definitely, like, it's like, I'm surprised that they didn't, like, take the fundamentals of the 2012 orchestra into the other orchestral arrangements. But it's really good. It's fun. And yeah, there you go. This is my Game of the Year medley. And this is a public tier list. It will be available for everyone to access on tiermaker.com. So yeah, agree, disagree. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this topic as well. Go and make your own tier list if you'd like. Thank you for watching this video.